All right, so we're back again with another mill league, this time with a bit of a twist. Instead of being your standard mill, we've got some Thieves Guild Enforcers and some Jace's Phantasms. So we're a bit more on the aggro package. If we can get 8 cards, we now have a 3/2 with Death Touch and Flash. If we can get to 10, we now have a 5/5 flyer. So we're going to be a bit more aggressive, trying to attack on not only the mill front, but also having damage as an alternate win condition. This list is brought to you by FA Advisor 82, 5-0 with it. For those of you who don't know, that is Stickballruss. I will go ahead and give him a good old shout out in chat here. I don't believe he has a YouTube, so I can't link him in the description down below. But the idea is to keep with your mill package and then have a bit of a additional access to attack on. You've got your Mesmeric Orb still. I drown in the locks because that's a great counter spell or removal spell. Your Maddenings and your Archive Traps, and then your 8 Crabs and Visions of Beyond to help you draw out of it. 21 lands. Not much to say. The Shelldock Isle is a bit of an interesting one. Haven't really been playing around with that post Zendikar Rising. We'll see how it does. Russ did well with it. He said it's not awful, but it's not something that he necessarily wants to change to the 4th Field of Ruin. So we'll see how it goes with that. As far as the sideboard is concerned, because all of our permanents are 2 or less, we're running Luris in the sideboard. We've got Engineered Explosives to help deal with some stuff. Soul Guide Lanterns, because that card has been performing phenomenally well in mill as a way to do a catch-all with the sacrifice or a redraw, and exiling one specific card. Then you've got some surgical extractions. I feel surgical and Soul Guide seems a bit odd. We'll see how it plays out, because I feel like I want both of these in the same type of scenario. But I guess this is more for instant speed if they do. So main, can it beat an Emrakul deck? Yeah, the Emrakul deck can't really, most of the time when they have that, won't have a fun time with the Jace's Phantasms or the Thieves Guild Enforcers. A 5/5 flyer is probably not easy for an Emrakul type deck to beat. Only one that could probably do it is Tron. But correct. Main board, it doesn't have any way to deal with shuffle effects. So if they have a shuffle effect, then your game plan becomes get them to 10, stop milling them, and beat them down. And then a singleton push in the sideboard here, so that way we have our full playset if we need it. Let's see how this can do in some leagues. We've been a bit underperforming, but that doesn't mean anything. Mill will hopefully do what Mill does best and have some fun. All right, we won the die roll. We will gladly take the play here, reveal this Luris, and hand looks great, other than it seems to be missing something. Can't keep a hand that doesn't produce color. Looks like we're getting hit with the Mill Curse right off the bat. Absolutely hate this. Keep it in that. Have to lead on Shelldock. Hope to hit more lands. 20 or less, we'll do Maddening there. Any order on those. Pass the turn. And Stomping Ground shocked in. Great. 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 Are we going to get pillaged here, or are we going to get blood moons? Place your bets now. Did you bet on pillage? Okay. So looks like game one's going to be a loss. Yeah. Karn the Great Creator. So our issue is this goes and gets liquid metal coating, and we have no lands for the rest of the game. Making me real sad that we did not play out this Phantasm. But if we draw a blue source here, we can Phantasm and maybe get away with it. But our chances are slim here. Pyromancer comes down. And they pitch a Pillage and a Bone Crusher, and then they bolt our crab. Okay. And they go and get something else here too. Interesting. Platinum Angel. Okay. And we're just not gonna draw lands. All right. I just want to see what else they grab here. But from what they saw, we're a relatively simple mill deck. So if they have the Gaia's Blessing, they're bringing that in. We'll bring in our surgical extractions. Seasoned Pyromancer getting rid of probably... Yeah. They do that. They fetch. And okay, they've got a good amount. So 2, 4, 8, 12, 14. So we're not dead on board, but I mean, we are dead on board. They swing for 14. We can't board clear them, and then Clothis will win. Okay, well, they want to drop the Platinum Angel instead. Interesting. I would have gone with the ping twice with the Clothis. Because now I mean, it doesn't change how many turns we have. Aha! We're golden. Not even going to show them what we could grab off of that. Okay. Want surgicals for this matchup because I'm betting that they've got Gaia's Blessing because for some reason people are still packing mill hate. Orb doesn't seem awful. Push seems mediocre here. Yes, it can hit their Arbor Elf, assuming that they have an Arbor Elf. But I don't want to be going turn one push their elf. I'd rather our turn one be setting up for ourselves. This, and then I guess shave. Maddening? Nah, we'll shave an orb. Orb's not phenomenal. So we'll still have the 8 crabs. We'll have the phantasms and the guild thieves. Would love to play. Reveal the Luris. Do that. All that jazz. A keepable hand. Not a lot of mill to it. But we don't need a heck of a lot. It's not as great as it could be, but it's not as bad as it could be either. course they have the Windswept. That plus the Arbor Elf. Thieves Guild, mill them too. Hey, we hit a pillage. That's not bad. You, that, Hedron Crab. Vista. Do that. Save targets. Yield. And get ourselves an island. And play down the Phantasm. Swing for 3. Opponents at 16. Stomping Grounds, they shock, they do this. What we doing, Blood Moon? Sounds good to me. I no longer need colors. Player land down, mill them for 3. Not terrible. Attack with all, hold the crab back. Opponent takes 8, they go to 6. We can pass the turn. Is there anything we want to hit on their draw step here? I would say yes. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Blitz. How you doing tonight? Do this, draw. We'll go ahead and get this pillage because I really don't want to be pillaged by them. It doesn't turn our phantasmal images off by going this route. Hey, look, we actually hit the pillage in their hand. That's not bad. So they can play bird. That's their best case. Is a bird. A block? Yeah, this is Russ's list from the deck dump. I had to. I like any time you can play the Phantasm. Okay, so they abrade the Thieves Guild Enforcer. That's fine. And then they untap the forest and play the bird. Yep. It would not surprise me if we've played together. If we've played. I know you've definitely seen me against Ghost many a time. I wasn't paying attention. Did they have any mill cards that we're trying to avoid here? Assuming this is jump block with the bird. They're okay with going down to 1. Okay, we hit a good amount there. 17, meaning we could play a land, hit something good off of visions here. They can still block with the bird. So they have 4 mana. 5 because of bird and Glorybringer. I mean, they still have to save Glorybringer for a blocker here. Archive Trap? That's a fun card. Yeah. When Glorybringer has to be used as a chump blocker, you know something's wrong. They won't be searching, but if we hit one more land, we have Archive Trap. Again, and we don't need to be winning through that, though. Seasoned Pyromancer to try to dig themselves out of this. They have the bird to block another turn. Yeah. Who will win? A powerful dragon that destroys Egyptian-based cities, or one phantasmal image, or one phantasm? Yep, one illusion. We're at 13. We're not looking great, but again, it's 2. We can keep our crabs around for a bit more. They have to block with this bird. What I'm really... There's nothing that we can hit off the top here. They've got lots of mana. I'll give them that. So we swing. They have to block. And then our visions turns on here. Not that there's anything we can hit, but it gives us a nice thing to do on their turn. Another island. Yeah. They swing. I mean, we can block there. Truth be told, we don't need to win through any other means. We can block with our crab. Yeah, we lose our crab, but oh no. Okay, we got one card in hand. It's a land. Let's cast the vision, see what we draw. Ooh, nice cards. Turn the Phantasm sideways. They've got no cards in hand, no way to block. The Phantasm will take game 2. All right. They are more of the creature-based version. I don't know if I want to bring in these crypts. They're not terrible as a way to gain some life, but I don't think we need them. Okay. Yeah, because we didn't see any removal or any like Gaia's Blessing. So I can definitely see going 2-2. The pushes are pretty good. I want to keep in surgicals just in case that they are running Gaia's Blessing. I say that we didn't see it. I didn't exactly look. I think an orb and a... Yeah, it's not impossible. I know that they were. I know that I have definitely seen them before. We'll keep in one just in case. But yeah. You never know with people. So like, it's so tempting to keep this just because double trap. Interesting thought process there, Fluffy. It's not bad. Double trapped. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the problem. Is this hand is double trap and they just never fetch. Oh, mulligan. This we can keep. This hand does pretty well. Yeah, we'll bottom the watery grave. It feels wrong, but we're hoping that they don't have pillage. Okay. That start makes me think Blood Moon over Pillage, which is real nice for us, but we can still get blown out by Pillage here. And they set up with a Foothills. Relic. Interesting. Relic bolts our crab. Okay. Want to go ahead and land this orb. It's probably incorrect to do into this relic, but because like these visions probably aren't going to be doing anything. They eat the bolt from their own yard. Okay. I don't want to always yield in case we see something interesting. A braid. Okay. Little Phantasm here. It's definitely incorrect to do this, because now if they have the bolt, they can bolt and then exile. But they didn't, so now they can do. Why not? I said it was incorrect. It was mainly to see if they had the bolt before. It did not look like that they did. Relic number 2. Okay, so these visions are never going to be online, so we're going to go ahead and cycle them pretty quick. How's it going on, Maestro? You're watching Stickball and now you're here? Nice. Was Stickball playing the same deck? It's a fun list. So we'll have... I don't know if we want to hold. It's no Fluffy Woofer Blitz list. Yeah. What I should have done is I should have played my teamer one. Okay, so we'll just cycle this visions. It's fun to steal and tune. Yeah. That's how I did with my list that I 5-0'd with. Was I stole a list. I said, these are the cards that I liked. All right, 4 mana here. Blood Braid cascades into Blood Moon. Yeah, that's a card. Blood Moon does things. So we can flash this in. It won't grow, but we do at least mill them too. And in the end step, we'll cycle visions. Find ourselves an archive trap. They did not search. Always good to check. So this would force them to pop their relic again. They let this resolve. They pop their relic. So they don't take 8. Instead, they take 2. Or they could shrink by 1 and take 4. Correct. They can't fetch with Moon out, but I mean, we're not doing anything else with this card. It's just going to sit there. That's why I was checking to see if they had fetched before the Moon resolved. So we'll play second Phantasm and pass the turn. We're not in a great position. I'm assuming they probably pop this relic here. They've got lots of mana to their name. We'll see how we can do against this Ponza list. With 4 mana, Bloodbraid, spin again. Is that what we're doing? Karn the Great Creator. Okay. And then they go searching before. They're a big fan of this Platinum Angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it makes sense since they're only a mana away. Yes and no. We've got our Drown in the Locks. That's gonna be our main way to deal with that card. Problem is, that means that we have to get their mill to the point where Drown in the Lock actually does deal with that card. And take him to 9. Hold back the Death Touch. Going at Karn would be probably more correct. Walking Ballista is definitely scary. They eat a card and then they continue. I wasn't thinking about what they could get. Tormod's Crypt. Okay. And plus a Platinum Angel. So they lose their Karn here. We're gonna hold this Vista. We're gonna swing the Phantasms or 2 Phantasms at Karn. Yes, they can block 1 with the Platinum Angel. We can also go ahead and put Lurrus into our hand. It doesn't buy us anything as we're just short of black mana. But they don't have any words. They don't have any discard. Holding for grab. I'm glad you think so. That's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. All right, so they bolt our Enforcer here. And then they get in with Bloodbraid and that. So second Blood Moon again, not afraid. Thieves Guild is nice. Russ is definitely not flexing. So let's see. The problem is they've got both Crypt and Relic here. So while we can take them to -1 with these Phantasms, that doesn't do us any good. So we'll do this and pass the turn. Hold up the flash of the Thieves Guild Enforcer. They'll exile a card from their yard. Looks like they're gonna get there with this Relic, which is unfortunate. Pyromancer digs them deeper. Our plan here is to make them have to crack either their Crypt or their Relic. Flash this in. They mill 2. And grows our Death Touch and our Phantasm. They're gonna eat 1 card so that way our Phantasms aren't there. And now we can block, and then they'll have to pop. I'm assuming they do Crypt here. Okay. They let that trade through. Not what I was expecting. The second land there is not great. And we have to hold back for blockers because they can't lose with that Platinum Angel out. Our main problem is the fact that these guys are going to shrink down to 1/1s. They finally crack the Relic. And now we have to block. Exactly, Dredge. That's the plan. It's more along the lines of 75% strong in one plan and then 25% just in another basket in case you need it. It works out sometimes. Okay. We're at 6. We block this angel and then trap them. And then they crack the Crypt. And they have 10 cards left in their deck. So we have to hope to hit another card. That's very awkward. So there's pretty much nothing we can do here. Block. Yeah, I was gonna say the issue is they have the Crypt here. So we do that. They're down to 9 cards left in deck. They crack their own Tormod's Crypt. So we need... Yeah, there's too much. We're not going to be able to. It's a close fight, but we're just not going to get there. And a Relic off of the Karn will definitely just seal our fate here. Platinum Angel doing work. Hedron Crab plus Vista Millum 3. Never able to draw that black source to try to re-grab. Yep. Unfortunately, they've got 5 cards left in deck, but it doesn't even matter because Platinum Angel, they wouldn't lose even if they draw. Making sure they swing with the Angel, and we can't block. Go ahead and concede here. I'm taking loss number 1 in match number 1 against Ponza. We shall see. Imagine losing because opponents on worse Ponza. So sad, but so true. Need to note that. Man, hand looks phenomenal. Other than, we're missing a key factor. Yes, I love these mill starts. Okay, this is keepable. Oh, this is actually very keepable. Bottom of Visions, bottom of Dark Slick. Hope they don't have hand disruption. Because we could go Dark Slick, pass, instep, Thieves Guild Enforcer into Crab. Okay, Triumph. That was a debate. I was just scared of Crab being pushed. There's a Ren in 6. Man, I wish I had the mana to drown in the lock that thing. That's fine. Thieves Guild, mill him 2. I see Escape Shift. I like whatever opponent's doing over here. That you fetch, save targets, and just teamer Escape Shift. Yeah. I'm leaving if they play a Crab. We'll go ahead and fetch here to turn on our Thieves Guild Enforcer. Well, there's an Uro, so problems are inbound. I say that, but we've got the drown in the lock here. We won't be able to stop whatever they're doing this turn, and they might be able to stop whatever are drown in the lock here. But we'll find out. Opponent picks up a snow-covered island and plays the snow-covered island. Growth Spiral. Bolts are Crab. Fine. You killed our Crab. You got us, opponent. Deal with Crab number 2. We'll shock this in. Kill opponent some more. Hey. On the bright side, they did not play Crab. And does not look like it if they're running Brazen Borrower. So we'll leave up the drown here. I hope they try to just slam an Uro. Looks like they're going to be putting Bolt back on top. Yeah, they put Bolt back on top. I don't know if we want to drown here. So if we drown this Bolt, they then probably just have another Mystic Sanctuary. But if we drown the bolt, put Lurrus into hand, then we have Crab the turn after. It's not great. But hey, we got a force negation out of their hand. And there goes our Crab. And Mystic Sanctuary probably puts Scape Shift on top. Okay. I would like to draw our Drown in the Lock. That is not a Drown in the Lock. And so on the bright side, Scape Shift isn't lethal. Hideaway. We will Hideaway Archive Trap because hideaways when they have 20 or less, so that puts them down to 7. Hit them for 3. One goes to 12. That's a fun card. Show me counter magic, opponent. I'm assuming they have it. Cryptic counter draw. Yep, counter draw. Okie doke. Then we will go field combat. Because they need one more land and they have Scape Shift for Field of the Dead and make 7 zombies. Do it to me, opponent. Yep. The Saxamal. Field of the Dead +6. Make 7 zombies. Or, oh, it's just a straight up Valakut deck. Nice. I was expecting Field of the Dead, not just Teamer Scape Shift. And cool. I don't know why. I guess because we hadn't seen a lot of mountains. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'd only seen 3 mountains prior to that. That's impressive. Okay. So straight up Scape Shift. Extractions definitely come in here. I don't know how much we want to be on the aggro plan. Pushes don't seem phenomenal, as the only creature that they have is Uro that we saw and Brazen Borrower, which push doesn't deal with. They do a fair amount of searching, so the main mill plan's definitely what we want. I think it's like that, and then we'll try with the extractions. Don't need the pushes in this matchup. We might be able to get away with Soul Guide Lanterns, but I think it's just surgical extractions. I'm probably wrong. We'll find out. We would love the play. Reveal the Lurrus. No black. but very good if they don't have the bolt. The problem is I don't like trying to mulligan 4 lands in mill, because every time I try that, it always goes poorly for me. Okay. Hedron Crab. And play down second land. Save targets. That and yield. There's a Valakut. Hello, Valakut. So they've got Uro, Remand, Force of Negation. What is their win condition now? Uro and Questing Beast. And there's a Gaia's Blessing that we need to be on the lookout for. And I hit 1 instead of Q. So they've still got a Valakut in their library. We're fine. Everything's fine. Trying to avoid their Gaia's Blessing here. Okay. Did a pretty decent job at avoiding Gaia's Blessing. The problem is we definitely need to find... Yep, there's the arrow. They draw... half their deck's gone, which is nice. Instep. Play down the Enforcer. That way we've got ourselves a clock. Escape Shift and Growth Spiral. Six turns. Problem is they get Uro back next turn. I should be putting Lurrus into hand here, even though we don't have anything in the yard. So they now have enough to Mystic Sanctuary if they still have that card. Uro happens. They draw. Okay. Mesmeric Orb. Again, I really don't want to be playing any mill spells against them right now. So we'll do 3 and pass the turn here. We're dead to the Scape Shift because I'm smart, I swear. Arrow swings in. They get to put a land into play if they have it. They do. We'll go ahead and block here. Trade with their arrow. And then they put in another arrow, drawing themselves yet another card. 22 left in deck. What can we hit here? Archive Trap is interesting. We've got lots of mill, but no way to interact with that Gaia's Blessing that's in their deck. Bait out with a crab here. Okay, they go searching. Okay, they got something. Cryptic counter tap. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hope that they have it in hand. Okay, well, there goes that. Mesmeric Orb. Okay. Opponent draws, finds their Valakut. We go down to 12. Opponent goes to 19. With 4 cards in hand. We mill. Draw ourselves a land. Veil. Disaster's approaching. Yes, disaster is. But it's fine. We're fine. Their last 2 cards are not exactly what it needs. Yeah. Like they had to have drawn it. Remands. Okay. They 100% have it in hand. Orb mills them for a good bit. This go. Oh yeah, lanterns are definitely coming in. Three cards left in deck. Yeah. Lanterns definitely come in, and this time we remember to take out their Valakut. Heliod, definitely. Big mana I can see, and Urodex I can see. Yeah. All of those sound right. I just wasn't thinking. Yeah. The Valakuts are facing. Okay. So they need a land in these 3 because they're going to go tap our team. Dang it. Not going to game 3. Unfortunate. Because I didn't remove that Valakut. Woohoo! that punt is costing us the game. That's unfortunate. They gain, they put in the land, they shock in, and they hit us 4-3, and we take 6. That's my own stupidity there. 100%. If they didn't have that, we'd be at 6, and we'd be moving on to game 3. We'll gladly take the play here. Luris again revealed. Like, it's just so bad without that second land. Well, this will be a keep. Bottom the drown in the lock. Turn 1 Thieves Guild. And then we have Orb. Actually, yeah, it's the drown. We don't have guaranteed that we're going to ever see a second colored source. Because mill players guaranteed to never hit land drops. Delta pass. Oh no. We're in trouble. There's the Undercity. So facing oops. I already know what we're bringing in. Oh, hey, look, there's the other colored source that I said we were never going to hit. And again, that's a misplay. I should definitely be playing Cacophony. Yeah. There are definitely flaws to every list. I agree. I feel having the 8 Graves interaction in the sideboard only. How's it going? It's not going well, Russ. How you doing? Thank you very much for the follow. I'm loving the list, but I'm just not playing it well. Nah, we're 0-2. Granted, one of that is because I punted extremely hard. And now, oh yeah, I mean, what mill list isn't? So we mill over Phantasm, we mill over Maddening, and we mill over. Okay. So we can do this, and then we can crab, and then we can cry as spells kills us this turn. Well, there's this one sword, but there's Avengine. We get blue. Crab mills them some more. Maybe they don't have the land in hand. We win this game by them not having it. we're just hoping that they don't have it in hand and they just won't draw it. But you're 100% right. We don't win against spells without grave interaction here. As soon as they show us that they have stuff, we just move on. It starts with using the Field of Ruin. Yeah, that was probably more correct. The field buys us one more turn there. But then we wouldn't have the crab. We wouldn't have milled them for 17. Granted, milling them doesn't do anything. That is true. If we had the Phantasms out instead of milling it. I mean, I'm still making mistakes, but you're 100% correct. I know you're not criticizing me. You're just pointing out lines. Balustrade, flip it over. Show me that you don't have everything in hand. You mean having 8 pieces of Grave Hate makes a matchup like this very easy? Who would have thought? Yep, we get to look at the cards. So they've got the Vengevines. Only 1 chill? No. 2 chills? Problem is 2 chills will still do it for them. No. No Profane Memento in this list. We've got Crypt Incursion. So these will come back. There's 1 sword, 2 sword, 3 sword. So they have, yeah, they've got it. I'm just going to make them go through it. As soon as they cast the second dude, we concede. Making sure they know how their combo works. Same thing that people would always do to me when I played KCI. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so they do that. They do Salvage Titan. They sack the swords, cast Salvage Titan. Vengevine triggers go on the stack. We can block 1 of them, and we die. All right. They know how their stuff works. Okay, they don't search, so those come out. These come in straight away. Surgicals, get in here. Crypt Incursions, get in here. Pushes, we can bring out because we're never getting those online before we need to worry about things. Last 3 to cut here. I guess Orb. Yeah. I want to say they just don't untap. Is EE on 2 worth bringing in over the 4th orb? Yeah. Just as a way to deal with Pentad Prism? No? All right. Let's see how we can do against spells. They did the 75 card mill special. I disagree with that wholeheartedly, opponent. Yeah, we keep this. Yeah, it's like, isn't their entire deck based around dumping their entire deck into the graveyard? Because now they've just diluted their deck to try to find their Leyline of Sanctity. They're down to 5. Down to 4. Surgical. Yeah. Yeah, the surgical any of their main creatures, and this matchup becomes not fun for them. So they went down to 4. We're gonna lead on Crab here. Probably not correct, but I don't think they can turn 1 us with 5 cards. And even if they can, we've got the surgical. A tapped Emiria. Ooh, that's a nice one. This mill them 3. Creeping Chill, land, and a surgical. Yeah, we have to just take the Creeping Chill. Pay 1 life for black mana. Oh yeah, no, we don't take as take the Chillas and let the Chill resolve is what I meant, not take the Chillas and stop them from having Creeping Chill. Yeah. Wording is weird in Magic. I want to go ahead and get this Soul Guide down. There's nothing that we really want to take from their yard. Right. Oops. I mean, I guess we just take, like, Nature's Claim. Seeing the Nature's Claim and then playing the Soul Guide Lantern probably wasn't the smartest move, because now if they have the Turn Timber, they can force us to pop this Lantern early. Dude, I love playing Mill. It's one of the best formats, and I personally love Jace's Phantasm. I've tried my best to get that card to work for a while. So seeing somebody be able to 5-0 with it, it's like, I have to see how this plays. This. Okay. What color is most important to them? It's black, typically, which they don't have access to. Oh, yeah. So... Ooh, Vengevine. That's a prime target. And we go ahead and we just hit this Emiria, right? Let's see. Did they bring in the basic? They did not bring in the basic in their 75 card deck. Nexus of Fate was revealed. And we passed the turn. Nothing we're really afraid of here when we've got Soul Guide and Surgical. Oh yeah, Luris is definitely going to happen. My plan was Luris this turn. Luris, hold up Thieves Guild Enforcer? That doesn't seem bad. We have no plans. Put Luris into hand and pass the turn. It would. That does not sound. That seems very much so like a red card. We have no plans. Discard your hand. Draw 3. Sounds red. So here comes Pentad Prism. Vendetta. Destroy target non-black creature. Okay. Interesting choice. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Kill you 2 opponent. Black 1 Luris. Did you forget that I put Luris in the hand last turn, opponent? Land this fetch. Have to get that. Well, that was 3 of their Pentad Prisms. Is there enough in here to warrant popping this relic? Or Soul Guide Lantern? No. Because they still have to just try to go off. Get in for 3. We'll get there eventually. I guess we could have surgicaled the Pentad Prism. That way they couldn't have drawn it here to get their mana for next turn. But I don't think we're worried about anything at this point. I think opponent's the one in the hot seat. Sword of the Meek, you got it, bud. So they can't go off at instant speed and they tapped out. I'm gonna be greedy. We're gonna draw a card off the Lantern. That way we can replay Lantern. Do that. Eat. Sword of the Meek. So they then cannot do their dude without getting rid of that Sword of the Meek that they have out. Do that. Dark Slick Shores Narcomoeba. That's a pretty good target. We'll just eat that Narcomoeba here, and we'll let the Creeping Chill hit our face. Oh, they had an Narcomoeba in hand. So their hand is Nature's Claim, Spy, and Simeon. What else do they have in their library? They concede. Okay. So Pact of Negations we need to be wary of. Belchers we need to be wary of. Slaughter Pact. Okay. They've got a good amount of things. Maybe they realized going 15 in isn't smart against Mill. Anyway, we run it back. Right. They dilute their deck very much to play those when they go 75. And then your land base is ridiculous. Yeah. You know, just casually half their deck is lands, so they can just throw in 15 additional cards, and now 2/3 of their deck is, or 1/3 of their deck is still lands. Whereas this, it's 1/3 of our deck is fake lands. Yeah, you can't really throw 15 more cards into that. Because then you go from a third to what? A fourth or less? Probably not a good idea. Let's pull up a calculator and do that math. Let's assume it's roughly 20 out of 75. So yeah, about a fourth, 26%. So good to note, they removed 10 cards. They are now only playing 65 cards. Nope. The only time I've ever smashed sideboard against Mill was when I was playing Mill as well, and it was the mirror. And it didn't matter who won at that point, because it was for funsies at an F&M. So keep bottom this Visions. I know we shouldn't keep one-landers, but Surgical and Soul Guide, when they didn't do any opening actions, seems pretty decent. Also, I realized Soul Guide doesn't even target, it's each opponent. Nice. What's the thought about the Visions bottom? By the time that I'm going to be able to cast it to draw 3, I'm assuming I'm dead. So I wanted to keep these. And then Phantasm is a keep because, as you said, it blocks very good. Yeah, Splendid Reclamation is very fun. Right. I was going to say the draw 1 to find a second land isn't terrible. It's probably what we're going to have to do. It's possible for them to turn 2, right? And we're still going to crab and just use Surgical as our turn 2 protection here. Or Belcher. Yeah, it's the or Belcher part that worries me. I know most of the time it's a turn 3 setup. Also, I noticed we just drew another Surgical. Oh, they kept a one-lander too? Well, now this is just awkward. No, I'm not going to Lantern here. Yeah. I was going to Lantern if they did the turn 2 drop a Pentad Prism to have 4 mana. Yeah, if they have land SSG, we have the Surgicals. Nope, those do nothing. Okay, Fluffy. They blank. Uh-huh. I mean, like, yep. We're in a very hard spot. Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, it's land, hold up, drown. This lantern can just sit in our hand. Triple surgical. What are the odds? There's their black mana. So now comes this Phantasm, and then they think that they have next turn. Not land. The Soul Guide Lantern. Do we lantern here? No lantern, just hold? Okay. I guess that's true. Let him think. I mean, it's mill on one land. They kept this hand for a reason. Turn Timber comes down. They bolt here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just going with a Vengevine beatdown plan. Interesting. We're debating if they want to swing the Vengevine or not. I mean, we just take it, right? We have to take it once. We can't take it a second time because then we're dead to Creeping Chills. Yeah. Like we ever draw a land, assuming you get the... Yep. We got there, though. Land hit. A fetch, get a basic here. Doesn't matter which basic. Hit them again. All right. So there's a Vengevine in the yard. Just pass. If he had Belcher, he would have cast it. Yeah. I mean, if you had Belcher, you definitely cast that because we have almost no interact. We have no interaction actually, but shh, they don't know that we have interaction now. Did they draw Belcher? Do we think that they might have drawn the Belcher here? End of turn. Take it, end of turn, kill it. I don't like taking it because then we're... Well, if they try to combo us, we can just counter it. mean, this hand says we're not milling him this game. Talisman, sure. Green one, black. Another talisman, sure. Have all the mana in the world, opponent. The amount of mana you have matters not to me. Okay. So at this point, do we just, I think it's just Cacophony hit them for 5? Yep. I say at this point we're safe to just, they've got nothing until they do something. Narcomoeba and Creeping Chill. I kind of want to hit both of those cards. Do we just Surgical, Narcomoeba, Creeping Chill, and Vengevine right here? I know it's hit Narc. Hit Narc, leave Chill. And then wait and see if they combo next turn. Library, that their hand is Spy Informer, so they can combo at any point, is what they're representing. Problem is we are dead if they try to combo. No, because we can go eat Chill, and then they have to play a second creature to trigger Vengevines. They don't. They might have the mana for that. Yeah. We can eat the Chill now and save ourselves some damage. Do that and go ahead and eat the Chill. Yep. Well, it's more than save a point. It's save a point now and then save all the points later. Nom 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 nom. So at this point, they have to combo us, and they have to do it by playing their Undercity Informer plus the Spy. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have the mana this turn, so they'll be at 3 when they have to try to combo. How do they combo? You can still get the Vengevine cast by casting 2 creatures in a turn. But if they do that, we Surgical their Vengevines. Shh. We can let them think that they have a chance. So they Pentad this turn. Next turn they have enough mana to cast 2 creatures. Which point they cry because we have Soul Guide Lantern. Plus Surgical that won't cost us mana. I guess that is true. So they're spying here. We let spy happen. They empty their library. said you can be brought back. I mean, yeah, they have. So what I'm hearing is wait for the triggers on the stack. Hit them now. Yeah, I guess we can hit them now. It doesn't matter when we hit them because they're already there. Ooh, their hand is Vendetta. So this all goes into the graveyard. They'll have Phantasmagorian. Interesting. There are only 3 Vengevines. Okay. Yep. So they go to 3 and 1 card in library because Nexus of Fate. Look at the cards. So they Vendetta here. They go down to 3. Return Salvage Titan from your graveyard to your hand. They can sack these 3. Man, this is close. They go to 7. Black, green, Pentad Prism. Oh, they're just straight up Vendettaing right now. So they lose 5, go to 2. Man, this is close. Yep, alternate cast cost. They have a 6/4. Yep, that they do. We go to 1. Oh, they get 1 attack. Because these guys have summoning sickness. Creature off the top here is what we need. That's a pretty good creature off the top. That is true. But now they need a way to deal with our Phantasm. Also, couldn't... Lantern the Phantasm? Yeah. That was my plan. Because it's discard 3, so they'd have to discard their hand. Yeah. This. Do you click here? Do that. Okay, so they return Phantasmagorian to their hand. We don't crack the lantern in response, right? We just let this happen. No? Yeah, we let it happen. I'm like, they discarded their hand. Now they don't get... Yep. And so now they've got, yeah, I was gonna say, this is crab blocks here, phantasm blocks here, and then you die, opponent. I mean, yes, but we got to say we won through damage, not winning through mill. Blasphemer. Yep. That was a close game. Way too close for comfort. Very fun, though. Opponent concedes. Best part is we had even if they had another turn, we would have had the Thieves Guild to block, and their 6/4 would die because Death Touch. Here we go. Taking it against Oops in a very, very interesting match. Let's see if we can continue this league. Deck winning. Yeah, I didn't. Who would have thunk? All right. They revealed a Luris. Do we think this hand's good enough against another Luris deck? I dislike that we're having to fetch for our blue source on the crab, but Javardi's usually on a red deck. So what you're saying is don't play the crab out. Goblin Guide. All right. Let's see what Guide's going to show us. Is he going to show us our path to victory here? Do we have a turn 2 play? We have Hold Up Drown in the lock. I wouldn't necessarily call that a turn 2 play. This play crab. Go ahead and fetch. Like, why can't I grab swamps? Because we're running 2. And they're both right here. Fetch Island Crowd. Yeah. Same effect. No, I say same effect. Technically, we don't have... Let me guess. Searing Blaze. Do it to me, opponent. Do it. Oh, Eidolon? That's fine. Oh, I wasn't going to forget the trap. I just always cast it at the end step. Eidolon is your worst enemy. It's not a fun one. Hey, would you look at that? A Fatal Push. This Eidolon's done its job. We'll take 2 damage off your Eidolon, opponent. I really wish we had Surgical Extraction. But... Yeah. Imagine being able to top deck with mill. Bolt my crab. Response, I want a visions. Okay, you can bolt our crab. Crab has been bolted. Gobbles themselves. Most mill players wouldn't. Mill never seems to top deck well. Nobody draws 6 lands on double visions. That clip is still phenomenal, Russ. I guess that's true. I mean, you have to top deck decently well, considering how you've done extremely well in some top 8s recently. Yeah. It's like, I want to land this Phantasm. It's a matter of, do I also want to hold up Drown? Yes and yes. Phantasm shield duck, yeah. This hideaway. I like all of these cards. But I guess it's Archive Trap? Because if they're going to be at 20 or less in their library, that makes it down to 7. 1 mana Archive Trap doesn't seem terrible. 1 mana all the other things is same cost. It's always trap. It's not always trap. Just about always trap. But it's not always trap. Boros Charm. Yeah, that sums it up. I mean, preventing 4 damage seems fine to me. This feels like a trap, but meh. Can't take 4. Yeah, I was gonna say 4 puts us down to 9, which I don't like. They put Luris into hand. That's phenomenal for us. And then they Seal of Fire. Okay. I hope they know this Luris is getting countered if they ever try to land it. We draw double crab. Okay. Would be ashamed if we ran counter spells. Exactly. Hedron Crab. Hedron Crab. That. Put it into play tapped. Mill opponent. I mean, they have the Seal of Fire, but... do we just hold the Jace back on blocking duty? Four turn clock. I was gonna say the problem is we can't afford not to. Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a giant body. It does too well to not keep back as a blocker. Do it. Try to land this Luris. One's got 3 cards in hand. So this is 6. They'd go down to 2. They'd have to kill the crab. I mean, they're not dead, but they're close. Yeah, I was gonna say they're not dead, but they're dead. That opponent. Oh, they found a land. That was a mistake. Opponent goes down to 1 card left in deck. Be able to kill my crab and have 2 turns? Meh. This forces them to have something right here in 4 cards. Okay. They lava spike us. We're at 6. Oh, we die on upkeep. If they have an instant. Nope, not all roads lead to Rome. If the 1 card in their hand is an instant, one bolt, 2 bolts, 3 bolts. All the bolts are in the yard. 1 helix. So we might be dead. Helix or Skullcrack. Yeah. Dang. I'm not gonna say no, because we definitely could have done something differently there. I don't know what we could have done differently, but we could have. Turn 1 crab instant losing. Show me that you have the helix on upkeep. Yep. Okie doke. Unfortunate. So I want the push. What else do we want against them? Incursion? Yeah, just that extra bit of life gain. It's like it's only 12, but it's not bad. Explosives. Okay. It doesn't seem wrong. They just have lots of things to pick off our dudes. Does it shave some number of crabs here? Shave some number of Thieves Guild? 4 orbs maddening? Okay. So you'd keep the crabs? Yeah, orb definitely doesn't seem good. Maddening seems alright, but you're definitely correct. Bodies are probably better. Alright, and let's take this play and see what kind of trouble we can find ourselves in. I wonder if we had played... Could we have played down Luris earlier to swing for the life gain to make it so we could have won there? I don't think so, but maybe? Right. I was gonna say we were holding up Drown for a lot of it though. Oh yeah. Is this lead on Dark Slick? Probably. Lead on Dark Slick, pass the turn. We can Thieves Guild. This game was lost because of the first turn. Yeah. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful way to start this. They fetch, meaning we get to mill them for 15 on their instep. Actually, we get to mill them for 15 right now and block with a 3-2. Opponent was never expecting it. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're definitely going to be dropping this Thieves Guild Enforcer on main phase after we attack, just so that way we get the mill 4. Nah, we'll hold it. Wait to see if they try to kill the first one. Yeah. I was going to say, as long as they don't have bolt and they try to remove it twice, we mill 4. Eidolon, in response, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Yeah, your Eidolon's good. It's the same amount of mill either way. Yes, I know. I realized that as soon as I cast the spell. I realized that they're going to be blocking. Maybe they won't. But they do. Okay. Another Eidolon comes down. Good for them. Drown in the lock, huh? Okay. Attack. So we let that happen. We can eat. It doesn't matter which one of their lands we eat. I guess the problem is they can. Yeah. Lurrus is the right play. I don't like it, but Lurrus is the right play. They draw a card. That's real good for us. Boros Charm, 4 to us. Opponent, I like your enthusiasm. Opponent's down to 9. And they draw. Opponent's searching. So Archive Trap here wins. Land here wins. A nice giant butt probably wins. Skull Crack makes it so I can't gain life. Okay. Yeah. Okay, opponent concedes. Wear Tear. Okay. Land? Crab. Unfortunate. Run it back. I'm surprised that they... yeah. Wear Tear for the artifacts. You mean the orbs that we removed? All right, opponent. You do you. I mean, yes, it kills the EEs that we brought in, but are they supposed to know that we brought in EE? And are they supposed to know that we took out orb? So... yes, lead on crab. If we're keeping this hand. It's a question of keeping this hand. But... the question is, do we Shelldock Isle first? Or do we just lead on crab? Lead on fetch crab. Keep Shelldock first? Okay. Rift Bolt has entered suspension. That's nice. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, look at all of these fetch lands. We'll put Crypt Incursion under there. Seems like a great way to gain some life. Hmm. Okay. Come on, opponent. Why you gotta be rude? That is true. Eidolon would have destroyed us there. Crab plus island. Does it? Say it only puts them to 9 and it's 10 or more. I guess by the time that they cast a spell, yep. I was say state-based actions will make it 10. Hmm. We're at 12, which is not a pretty number, but a lightning helix us. Question is a turn. Don't you just love turn matchups? Question is a turn 2 5/5 fast enough? What? How many times will you say that ever? So think you should hit the canopy land? Yeah, I was thinking canopy land too, so that way they can't try to redraw out of it. The problem is if they have double. Yeah. I'm gonna say we get destroyed if they happen to have 2 in hand, but we can't stop that. All right. Opponent, kill me. Do it to me, Mr. Burn Deck. Burn me out. 3 cards. 2 of them need to be non-land. Oh no. And that'll turn on our visions. $17 cards away. Yeah. Visions here. See what we can find. Okay. Swing for 8. Paying costs. Paths there. Okay. Yeah, Yeah. Punished a bit for not playing. I wanted to try to leave up possibility of visions into drown. But yes. Punished for not playing crab. And then has skull crack. So we are dead to a burn spell. Do we play second crab here? We're dead to any burn spell off the top. Incursion is under the shell dock. I know. Just don't crack. Okay. You're saying hope the burn player blanks one time? Let's risk it. Did they blank? They blanked. Sweet. Now we field first, right? Yes, we don't fetch. So I know we don't fetch, but do we field? Oh, yes, of course we field. Because it makes them search, and then we get Archive Trap, and they have no cards left in their library. Draw 3 first. Field, we get blue. Okay, I was about to panic and go, they were not holding that, were they? That we Archive Trap for 0. And Pray that the card in their hand isn't a burn spell. No? Just wait. Oh yeah, wait. Because if it's not a burn spell, I can't undo. Have to do it. You're both 100% right. This is 100% a punt if they have it. Searing Blaze. How does Searing Blaze read? I want to read the card. You take 3 regardless. I know that a land entered their field. Right click. Target creature. Yeah, 1 damage to target player and 1 damage to target creature that player controls. Unfortunate. Yep, I screwed that up. Boo hiss. You're both right. I punted that hard. We had that. That note, I'm going to bed. That's just upsetting that 2 of these are just because I'm not paying attention. There was no need to do that. Yep, final round. Hopefully we can go 2-3. You too, man. Thanks for stopping in. This is a mulligan. We keep this. Bottom. Probably field. Yeah, we'll bottom field. That's probably wrong. But hey, we're here to just finish at this point. We're not paying attention. Okay, Tron. Archive Trap. Not a bad one. This, that. Mill and save. Yield. Not only Tron, Blue Tron. At a fetch. Snow-covered swamp. And orb. So now when they go searching, we'll have a glorious, glorious archive trap here. Okay, there's their power plant. And this is why I like Surgical's main board, because that way you just absolutely destroy Tron. Milia 13. Well, go ahead and yield to these. I don't think they've got any. So, ooh. We hold everything here and pass. Because if they have something threatening, we can drown it. If they don't have anything threatening, we have Thieves Guild plus Visions. Yeah, that's a Maze Mind Tome. That'll resolve. They draw a card. Nothing threatening. Thieves Guild. They mill 2. Visions. We draw. Okay. We mill over some crabs. Bit unfortunate. Ruin crab here. Dark Slick. Hold up. And opponent's down to 18 left in deck. We'll swing for 3 because why not? But we're winning this game through mill, not through damage. Hold up drown here. They mill over 3. They draw another card. Sounds good. I don't know what they're trying to draw to at this point. Blue mana thirst. We deny the thirst for knowledge here if they cast it. Just because. Repeal X equals 2. So no. Yes, we mill over 4. They lose the game. Because that's 4. This is 8. This is another 6. Okie doke. There we go. Facing Blue Tron as mill. Surgicals, I want. Bushes, I don't. Then we just need to shave 1 because I really don't want Soul Guide Lanterns. They could run shuffle effects. We'll bring in Soul Guide Lanterns because I know that's what Blitz is going to yell at me if I don't. Orbs seem all right. Maddening seems a bit slow. They don't do... I say they don't do searching. But they've got the... Yell is a strong word. True. I like the Phantasms. I like the Enforcers. I like the aggro plan here. I don't know what we want to shave. It feels wrong shaving the mill spells. But that kind of seems right. That is very true. The aggro lists are much harder to sideboard because, like, this plan of the Enforcers and the Phantasms seems great against Bluetron if we can get it online quick enough. But it requires getting it online quick enough. So doing that leaves us with 58. And we can bring back in Trap and an Extraction. We'll go 2 Trap, 3 Maddening. Why not? I'm assuming the Tron players are going to want to go first. They don't do as much searching as Green Tron, so that's why we took out some of the archive traps. Hand's not awful. We have mill 2, mill 8. Try to take them off Tron. And then have a strong enough start, hopefully here. This, that, ooh. Interesting. We change our game plan. Crab. Go, my crab. Sure, dismembers the crab. Sounds good to me. Liquimetal coating. So we need to hit power plant in the top 8 here. Or we could go crab, still top 8. Yeah. Well, there's the mine. Doesn't do us any good. You that there. Visions. Mill 2. Did not see what we wanted to. So this is a possibly turn 3 Karn, which is not going to be good for us. Anything in the graveyard we want to hit? No. Maze Mine Tome's a bit scary. Just show me the Karn. Ooh, no Karn. Liquimetal makes it an artifact. So opponent's gonna try to thieve. No, X can't be 0. What could they be trying to do with this as an artifact? I guess we wait and see. Gain control of target artifact. Is it X or less? It's X or less, and X can't be 0. Okay. I should read cards? Because I saw the thing. And I thought, you know, it might be good to surgical this. Okay. I don't like Karn the Great Creator, so let's go ahead and surgical that away. Considering how they have Tower and Mine out already. And I know I should be doing this in the draw step. But then we would have gotten, well, both of their counterspells were remand, so we would have been fine. But so what's their win condition now? Walking Ballista and Ugin? Okay. Something tells me the 3-2 beaters are going to be better than that. They could block with their 2-1 if they wanted to. They do want to do that trade. Okay. Hey, we're fine. Let's go get ourselves a basic island. I mean, yeah, basic island. Swing for 3. Well, there's Ugin number 1. They're at 19. Can we go ahead and maddening here? Repeal and condescend for X equals 1. So they drew condescend. Okay. So their hand is double repeal plus 1 unknown. Hand is double repeal. Which is a bit unfortunate considering the fact that we only have 1 blue source. Maddening here. Okay. So the beauty of double repeal, we just don't have to play cards. We've got a 3/2. Our downside comes when this Ugin hits. I'd like divisions. Okay. That's a -1 on the Ugin. Yep. Their hand is still double repeal here. Phantasm's funny. We will go Orb. Orb's mill 4. What makes it so if they ever have to tap out, they're not looking pretty. So Ugin's they're out at the moment. Their hand is repeals galore. We mill 2. Shell dock, hide away. Ouch. None of those are great. We'll go with drown. And try to resolve. Try to resolve a Hedron Crab. It might resolve, but I'm taking a guess they probably want to draw. Ugin, we take 3. This is destroy target creature. Unfortunate. We mill over 2. We draw a drown, which is interesting here. So Ugin's ult is 10. Gain 7, draw 7, put 7. Bleh. Try to resolve a Phantasm. We're hoping this eats a counter spell, and then we have Maddening here. Hoping that their 2 cards aren't exactly what they need. Happens to be another remand. Of course it does. Why would it not be? And I should have gone to second main phase there. Yes, I know. That's another misplay. They would have had to tap 1 more. 1, 2. Okay. So this is probably up with Ugin, if I'm them. Yep. We go to 7. And now they can safely Ugin ult next turn. We mill over 3. Soul Guide Lantern. That's a fun one. Maddening. So they no longer have a win condition. from that, their win condition is now only Ugin, which means Ugin has to go up thrice. We play crab here, so that way Ugin has to target our crab at least once. Ooh, Ugin, yep. Ugin has to hit the crab. We mill 3. Get a Field of Ruin, which wins us this game. Neat. And there we go, taking down Blue Tron, going 2-3 with Mill. Arguably, we punted extremely hard in the burn matchup, so in theory, it should have been a 3-2. And then there was also that other game where I screwed up, and we should have won the game. I'm not going to say we could have won that match, because it would have been 1-1 at that point. I'm not going to baselessly claim who would win game 3. We have a shot at it, but I'm not going to say we would have. So, again, it's Mill. Always a fun list. I enjoyed the Enforcers and the Phantasms. As Blitz pointed out, it's kind of iffy on the standpoint from your splitting your plan. But the split didn't feel terrible. Overall, I really like the Enforcers and the Phantasms. There's definitely more that I could learn with this specific list and play a bit better lines, and can definitely see pulling out 5-0s, 3-2s. That, heck, might even be able to top 8 a challenge if I know what I'm doing with it. But who knows? Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.